Fans, earlier tonight, we talked with Jim Ross about the Shane McMahon Undertaker Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. Now it's time to continue the March to Mania discussion, talking about the Divas Championship. But first, JR's going to be calling the action on a live pay-per-view event this Sunday night for the UR Fight Internet pay-per-view from Phoenix, Arizona. This mixed event features MMA action between Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock, and boxer Ray Jones versus a fan with $100,000 on the line. You going to take that challenge, David Hero?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you should. It'd be a way to get rid of you. But the main event of the show will feature Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio for the first time in 10 years. JR, what are we going to see this big, very variety-filled event coming from Phoenix this weekend?
I don't have a damn clue. I have no idea. It's going to be live. You know, it's so diverse. It's so unpredictable. I don't think I've ever signed on for anything quite like this, to be very honest about it. This is not hyperbole. If you got any brains, any intelligence, you can look at the card, look at the individuals, and say, oh, that's a stable group of guys. This is going to be a real predictable show. It's not. You know, Severin and Tank Abbott might go a minute, might go 5 minutes. I don't have any idea. Roy Jones Jr. is going to risk 100 G's to box, and he's not been boxing in a while. So everybody's got a knockout puncher's chance, right? Yep. So Ray and Kurt, we kind of get a little predictability in that. Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping in a MMA grappling match. That'll be a first for me. So I have no idea. It's going to be unpredictable. It's an interesting show. YourShow.tv has all the information. I do know it starts at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, and it's $11.99 if that matters to you.
That's a hell of a deal.
To me, it's a couple of cups of Starbucks. Get your buddies together, and you pay for your pay-per-view and see this train wreck. It's going to be interesting.
JR, my question is, are they going to have two separate rings, or is Kurt and Ray going to wrestle on a boxing ring?
No idea. They may wrestle on the concrete floor for all I know. I don't have a clue. I would think that they'll probably protect Ray and Kurt because they'll be doing the most bumping of all those matches, I would assume.
Right.
And so the ring will be more pro wrestling friendly. Might not be ideal for boxing, but it'll be pro wrestling friendly, I assume. But again, I haven't seen the facility. Celebrity Theater in Phoenix is going to be hosting the event on pay-per-view. So, hey, look, for me, it's getting back on pay-per-view. The second time I've been on pay-per-view since leaving the WWE, first being Wrestle Kingdom 9. So hey, it'll be fun. I'm looking at it like it's going to be fun and unpredictable, and we'll just call what we see. You know, it's live TV, so we're not rehearsing anything. I don't even have the card yet, so we're flying by the seat of our pants here. So it should be an adventure.
Yeah, awesome. Well, JR, the Divas Championship is going to be on the line at WrestleMania when Charlotte defends against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, and that's going to be a triple threat match for, as I said, the Divas Championship. Now, these three came up from NXT. Charlotte, of course, the daughter of Ric Flair, who's obviously going to be at ringside in this matchup. Give us a little insight, JR, as your thoughts of these three talents, Banks, Lynch, and Charlotte, and this matchup at WrestleMania, a triple threat Divas match for the championship.
Well, I first of all congratulate all three of the ladies for making the big show in a match that people are talking about. So that's the first thing. In a perfect world, I would have preferred a one-on-one match as opposed to the three-way. But I understand the reason for doing it and creatively why they're doing it. It certainly elevates all three women that are in the match. You will come out with two losers and one winner. And that, depending on how that's structured, it should be interesting and could be uplifting for all of them. But the Diva division is good. It's solid. It's growing and doing well. I'm not real crazy about the term Diva. I think it's dated and a little bit antiquated, so it's not cool anymore. I think it's also kind of sometimes you feel like you're speaking down to a woman when you call her a diva. Yeah. I don't think it's complimentary all the time. But in any event, it'll be good. I don't think Charlotte needs her dad at ringside, but maybe right now works for him. A nice rub. I'm not sure. You know, how many times can you trip and distract? As Bobby Heenan would say back in the day, trip, distract, and pass nuts. You know, I don't know how much how that works. I could see her basically taking old Yeller out to the woodshed and shooting him, and basically firing her dad. If you want to make her a heel, you fire her dad. She fires her dad and tells me, yesterday's news. You weren't here when I needed you. You're not here now. I've got you in this position just to humiliate your ass. And so if you want her to be a heel, that's what you do. And you basically shoot old Yeller, figuratively, obviously. So everybody cries. including no Yeller. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe Sasha Banks brings Snoop Dogg to ringside. That would be interesting because I hear he's going to be there. So I don't have a problem with
versus
that.
Flair?
Well, you know,
Ringside?
well, they could certainly. The old deal, obviously, is to neutralize Ric Flair. But again,
Yeah.
all these things we're talking about starts taking away from what's in the match, what's in the ring, and so I don't know that you need anybody on the outside, quite honestly. And I think that you got to structure the match where all three are going to shine. I have no idea what they're going to do with the end. Don't want to know, but I'm happy they're all there, and it'll be the greatest opportunity of their careers. And so when you see them enter, and you see the twinkle in their eye, I think it's going to be very legitimate that these girls are going to have their day. This is their moment that they've been working on.
Also, Chris Jericho is going to take on AJ Styles at WrestleMania after their friendship devolved a bit a couple of weeks ago on Raw. Styles, of course, debuted in WWE at the Royal Rumble. He's going to be making his first appearance at WrestleMania just 3 months after debuting with the company. AJ Styles, you've seen him in obviously TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and now in WWE, gets a big shot against Jericho at WrestleMania. This is a pretty significant matchup for both men.
It is, and I'm glad that they put Jericho in a position to do the honors for AJ Styles at WrestleMania, which is what should happen. I think WWE broke the team up so simply because it would give a better platform for AJ and Jericho to have at WrestleMania, and thus facilitating a significant singles win for AJ Styles at AT&T Stadium. So there's no reason this match shouldn't be excellent. If the only thing that would curtail or hobble this match in any way would be the time restrictions on the match. And certainly one would think that that'll be taken into consideration. The longer these guys have to go, the better story that they will tell and can build the audience to a cool crescendo for AJ to get his hand raised.
Thanks, JR. Thanks for joining us here on the March to Mania. We look forward to talking to you again next week, discussing more of their Mania matches, including the big matchup between Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on that and our comments about Dean Ambrose. I just wonder how far Brock is going to be able to throw Ambrose, which I think is pretty far. We'll see you again next week, JR. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. See you next week.